कारण कुठली कृती निर्माण करताना प्रॅक्टिकली काम करण्याला जास्त महत्त्व आहे. पेपरवर्कपेक्षा तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिकली काय करताय, त्याची इम्प्रूव्हमेंट कशी करताय, तुमच्याकडे स्केच तयार आहे त्याच्याप्रमाणे त्याला जास्त आता महत्त्व पुढं येणार आहे. तर त्या पद्धतीने तुम्ही काम करत जा. आणि या वर्षीचा येणारा हा जो काही गणेशोत्सव आहे, मी तर खरा घडलो ते ह्या गणेशोत्सवाच्या माध्यमातूनच मी घडत गेलो. माझ्या कलेची प्रगती त्यातूनच होत गेलेली आहे. तर तुम्हीसुद्धा हा येणारा गणेशोत्सव 125वा गणेशोत्सव म्हणून साजरा होत आहे पुणे शहरामध्ये. तर तुम्ही तो निश्चित पहा, वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी केलेल्या सजावटी पहा, त्याचा तुम्हाला इंटिरियरमध्ये कसा उपयोग करता येईल, तर तुमच्या प्रत्येक क्षेत्रामध्ये तुम्हाला कसा त्याचा स्कोप आहे हेही तुमच्या लक्षात येईल. कारण बऱ्याच वेळेला काय होतं की आम्ही ह्या उत्सवात फार कमी लोक जातो, पाहत नाही फारसं काही. पण तुम्ही निश्चित मुद्दाम पहा. आता एक 10-12 दिवसावर माझ्याकडे काही स्टुडंट आले होते, त्यांनी ते पाहिलेले काम कसं चालतं आणि त्यांना ते आवडलंही देखील असेल. तर ते काम पाहायचं. कुठलंही नवीन काम तुम्ही पाहायची सवय ठेवा आणि त्यातून आपल्याला वेगळं काय करता येईल याचा तुम्ही सातत्याने प्रयत्न करत राहा आणि निश्चितच त्याच्यामधनं तुम्हाला यश हे नक्की मिळेल. आणि कामामध्ये प्रामाणिकपणा, सचोटी, कष्ट करायची ताकद, जिद्द ह्या गोष्टी जर पाळल्यात तर तुम्हाला निश्चित ते पुढं उपयोगी पडू शकेल. हे करत असताना तुम्ही तुमच्या क्षेत्रात जे काही काम करतात त्याला तुमचे जे काही मार्गदर्शक आहेत, तुमचे जे शिक्षक आहेत, ते त्यांच्या अनुभवाचा तुम्हाला खूप सारा काही फायदा होऊ शकत असतो. ते सांगतात त्या गोष्टी तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवून ते जर पुढे फॉलो केलं तरी त्याचा तुम्हाला निश्चित फायदा होऊ शकेल. मी फार काही बोलत नाही कारण आता ही नेमकी भुकीची वेळ झालेली आहे. बराच वेळ तुम्ही बसलेला आहात, त्यामुळे तुम्हाला मी एवढे 4 शब्द सांगतो आणि थांबतो. धन्यवाद.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving us so much knowledge and so much experience which he shared with you all. I think that was thankful of him of coming here. Now next we have amongst us an eminent architect Prashant Deshmukh. A brief info about architect Prashant Deshmukh. The ranker from JJ, worked with Taj Group of Hotels, for hotel president in Hotel Taj, actively involved in national and international projects in textile and engineering. Then worked with a lot of industrial buildings also, like member of Rotary Club. And we would like to have sir in front of us so that he could share more about him. Even I would like to hear a lot about sir.
Well, good afternoon, friends. It's a very wrong time to be here amongst you. I think most of you are hungry. Yes or no? Yes. So, can we skip this lecture? Who is that one with the yes? Please come forward. You see, I have traveled all the way for you from Mumbai. And it was almost 2 o'clock in the night. And I woke up in the morning to reach this place at about 11 o'clock. Unfortunately, I'm here at 1 o'clock. And I know that even I'm hungry the way you are. So let us decide, let's make a resolution today, whether you would be interested in this lecture or I can come any other time. You know, I am the most available person in the world. I'm always available for students. So please raise your hands, those who want to have lunch. And if you're not going to have lunch now, you will have to wait for quite some time. Are you ready? But there is going to be a movie and I want an absolute interaction between you and me. No dice, no ostrom required for me. So, can we have some more light in the auditorium? It's pretty dark out here according to me. I can't see somebody sitting there behind. No lights? Oh, these are the only lights. Okay. So, can we start? This one. I'm not going to speak on architecture at all. That's a good news to you. Leading architect, gold medalist from Sir J.J. College of Architecture, 1976. Joined Taj Group of Hotels, did many hotels across the world. Joined another Swiss company, did many buildings across the globe. Today I run company with at least pan-India offices, rated as the first 20 companies of India, and that's Prashant Deshmukh for you. Okay, that's a small brief introduction. I don't know why he didn't do it properly. But then I was also the governor of the Rotary International, having done 5,000 projects and a turnover of 100 crores in the last year, and taking my district to number first 5 districts in the world. So that is. The program is going to be very, very interesting. As I told you, I'm not going to speak on architecture at all. And I'm sure and I guarantee that you will enjoy this program. Yes, dare to dream. And who's the man you see here? Hey, great. So the topic obviously is, the topic obviously is zero to hero. What is the topic? I say that you are born in this beautiful world, and when you are born, believe you me, that God is fair to all of you. Yes or no? Good. He ushers us all equally of the great virtues. It is we, it is you, each one of you, we who need to understand and probably investigate. We need to understand ourselves and investigate and learn to look into ourselves. Coincidentally, I think the speakers who were there, they were all asking you to learn to look into yourselves. So it's coincident. I did not know that they will be covering up this topic. Now there is this guy called Anthony Robbins. How many of you know about this guy called Anthony Robbins? None of you. Anthony Robbins was a boy who was born in US, and he never used to pass his exams rightfully. And he wondered how other students pass the exams, how other students get first ranks. And so he went on thinking and analyzing. You know, these US guys, the Americans, they have this great habit, they keep on analyzing others. And they keep on talking about what other countries are doing rather than what they are doing. So this guy, Anthony Robbins, also did the same thing, and he finally wrote a book called Awaken the Giant Within, which is supposed to be the best seller in the world today. And today he has his own plane. If you move on to the YouTube and just punch his name, you will get thousands of thoughts and thousands of books written by him. Wherever he lands, I am told, suddenly 5,000 students gather to listen to him, because that's a wonderful book that he wrote called Awaken the Giant Within. What sort of giant? The giant of many wishes and many goals. He says that each one of you who are born, they have this giant within their heart here. In your heart, it says that, you can be and you need to be the first in the class. You need to be the best artist in the world. You want to be the best interior designer in the world. But then you try to keep the giant quiet within your heart. And that is what he said, that please try to awaken this particular giant. And let's move on. Then he said that you should do something what is called, what is this? What are these words? Do you know about these words? It is called SWOT analysis. And this is something that you must do when you go back home today. I'm sure you're going to do that. After going through this exercise, the strengths, S stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay. Who is this guy? All of you? Great. What was he known for? A superhero in Hindi films? Girls, how does he look? Handsome. So my dear friends, there are 4 characters who came into Hindi films at the same time. At the same time. And all of them wanted to become heroes. And this was the first hero. He was a great gifted guy with beautiful, handsome look. So most of the girls were in, what you call, pyar mein ho jate. So all his movies were always very, very popular. He was a superhero. First time all the movies went into silver jubilee. He became a great, great hero of the Hindi films of his era. There was this another guy. Who is this? Oh, you're smart voice. So this man, for the first time, he had a very healthy, massive hero on the Hindi screen. You look at the earlier Hindi film heroes, they were, dukhi atmas all the time. So this is the one, who could have been topless also in the movies like Salman and still become a popular and heartthrob of the girls especially. But this man also ruled over the entire Hindi film world and had his own square of fans, a huge number of fans. You agree with me? But as I said, there were 4 of them. So there was this guy, you know him? Look at his eyes. So a man who is gifted with eyes and gifted with dialogue delivery, and although he was not as handsome as the other 2, still made a very promising and great career in Hindi films. And there was this 4th man who was not gifted by the God at all. He was not handsome. He was a tall and a lanky, thin man. All his films went flop. Initial first 3-4 films. And then, he still wanted to be on the top. Yes, who is he? And what is the story today? Fortunately, a few of them are my clients. The story today is all the 3 are gone. People have forgotten about them. And this man is now known as the Big B. What did he do? One day I went and asked him, "Sir, what did you do really with this background?" And he said, "I made a research of myself." यार भगवान ने कुछ तो भी दिया होगा मेरे में जिसमें I can move on to the top of the world. And then he realized that it was his voice. He worked very hard and tough onto the voice, day in and day out. That I just learned a story of the king of Nepal who wanted to make a film on the Nepal palace for tourism. And this man was given a blank check because he wanted his voice, not the face. And today if you visit the palace, it is the Big B's voice out there talking about the palace, the whole commentary. Like, he speaks on the Red Fort, Agra also, and Delhi also. So this is what he could do with the strong S working. And that is where the message is, know your strength. Can you just close your eyes, go back home today, don't even ask your mom and dad, close the doors, don't open the mobile, don't open the screen of computer, and write down what are the strengths within you. Just write down, think about them. And then we have this alphabet called W. The W is weaknesses. Please remember that the weaknesses are always going to be with you. Just like the God has gifted you with strengths, the God will also be probably having some gift of weaknesses within you. But He has given you a challenge that can you win over these weaknesses? And you need to work. First try and understand what are weaknesses within you, and probably then, can everybody see this line? Yes. So work over your weaknesses, and then finally you also have opportunities in the journey that you have from today onwards in this institute and down the line in your career as an interior designer or whatever career you choose. So jump on the right opportunities. And finally, it is a threat. Don't think that there is never a threat in life. You see, unless and until there are threats, you will not enjoy. So don't worry about the threats, but be prepared for the threats so that you succeed. So anticipate the challenges that you have. If you are, for example, going to be in the class tomorrow, and ma'am, how many students in a class? How many? About 50? 70. Oh, so you have 70 friends, girls and boys, and you want to be the best out of the class. So your threat is 69. You have to be a topper above 70. And once you complete the course, you have to be, I don't know, it is 70,000 or 7